Shortly after hiking the southwest coast path in Cornwall, England, someone told me about the Camino de Santiago, 500 miles trail hike through northern Spain, which I hadn't heard about before, surprisingly, and discovered it was one of the most famous hiking routes in the world. It really felt like, since doing the southwest coast path, a whole new community of like-minded people had been opened up to me. Nature can be healing and invigorating, so being in the hills is my time to be present and connect to basic elements. Nature is inherently non-judgmental, and being with it peels away so many of the layers built up living in a city. I wasn't really looking for a profound experience, as I knew if you tried to find one, it won't happen. So I trusted that if someone told me about this hike, it was the universe saying go, and I did. All I knew for sure was that I loved the uplifting feeling from being outside, the openness of other hikers and community. Yeah, kind of like the ego's external shell we built up is broken down. Just feeling a connection to the elements and the earth, and just get to the basics. Good morning. Day one on the Camino de Santiago. 1,400 feet to climb. Set off really early at 7. And yeah, it's intense already. It's really steep incline. And the trail's really busy, lots of people, which is nice, so I won't get lost. Yeah, the views are amazing, stunning. So should be a good day. So today is 25 kilometers, and 2/3 of it is uphill, and then the last bit is downhill. So just trying to, I'm not checking the time, I'm just trying to get through it and enjoy the views. So the route I'm doing is Camino de Frances, or caminofrances. Sorry for my pronunciation and for the wind. But yeah, you can see the beautiful views. Should take about 30 days or 33 days, and it's about 500 miles of beautiful mountains. It's very windy, but the view is just stunning, and it's so quiet. The mist has cleared and the sun's come out. It's incredibly lush and green. So, doing pretty well. I think because I've just done the southwest coast path, and obviously it's the first day. I'm not struggling too much, to be honest. Although having said that, I still have 4 hours to go. So today I'm doing 25 kilometers, as I mentioned already. Wouldn't usually walk that much on a first day, but that's generally where the next checkpoint is, on caminofrances. And it is very windy, so sorry if you can't hear me properly. But on the trail, it's marked by a shell, which looks like this. People put that on their bags or whatever. So then you're known on the trail and at different towns that you go through. People know that you're hiking the Camino de Santiago, which is pretty cool. So I started in France today at Saint-Juan. Sorry for my pronunciation. It's Saint-Juan-Pied-de-Port. Today I think I go into Spain. So, hablo español, todo bien. My French is really basic, but it was good to practice that anyway. Oh my goodness, I've had an adventure already. Yeah, so yesterday
got into the starting point and got my little booklet, which you get at kind of like a tourist spot, where it's kind of like an office, and you go through the towns and you get stamps. You have to get like a couple of stamps a day, and that way you can stay in refuges, which is a pretty affordable way to do this, or you can stay in hostels or hotels, things like that. But yeah, yesterday everything was full, so I ended up having to stay on like a sofa in a hostel. So I didn't sleep too well, but it's all part of the experience, I realised. It's all good. And now, yeah, I'm going to carry on walking up this mountain and enjoy the rest of the scenery. So you can see the route they have to go up. Not too far from the top, I think, maybe an hour. Look at how all these trees have just like bent down the cliff. So beautiful. So I just had earlier a really nice pit stop and a little snack, and now about 2 hours away from the checkpoint, and it's mostly downhill, which is amazing because all morning it's been a really steep incline. Yeah, just so happy to be back on the trail again, and to be outside and all this amazing, beautiful scenery. A lot of the hikers have dispersed, so there's space in between people and it's just more secluded. Really enjoying today. So I should get to the checkpoint in a couple of hours. And the great thing is like I don't have to tent. You have to stay in a hostel or refuge. So I get to have a shower, which is awesome. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep going.
At the end of the day, I arrived at the albergue, or refuge where you sleep, and the neighborhood was filled with hikers. I had never seen so many walkers in one place. There was music, people talking, lazing on the grass, and I met people from Canada, Madrid, Spain, to name a few, who I ended up seeing all along the trail to when I finished. This particular trip was something I wanted to do alone and experience most of it alone, but walking sometimes with people and then letting them go. There was an unspoken knowing that this was okay, and maybe the universe would make us meet again, or maybe not. I got up super early and set off before sunrise through the local town, still asleep. Yesterday was the most magical. The beginning of getting used to being up at 5 a.m. and meeting people I would get to know along the route. I realized I really felt like I was living every day, every moment as it should be, being in the flow, not worrying about a place to stay, food or water, appearances. I just knew it would all be okay.
Good morning. Day 2 on the Camino de Santiago trail. Last night was, well, actually yesterday when I arrived at the refuge, it was about 1:30, which was amazing. I did set off at 7, so I'm really happy with that because it was a tough day, like 4 hours of steep ascending. Today is about 23 kilometers to the next checkpoint. Oh, I should say that yesterday I got the very last bed. Otherwise I would have had to have walked another 5 kilometers. Honestly, sometimes I think I have a guardian angel. So I feel very grateful for that. I slept okay-ish. But yeah, so I set off really early today, 6:30, because the next town, next refuge, everywhere else is fully booked, so I have to get there early, like before 1, to see if I can get a bed. If not, I have to walk another. My camera just ran out of battery, but I was saying that yeah, so it should take me about 6 hours, but I'm hoping to do it in like 5, so I have to get to the refuge before 1, which is quite a goal, but today is going to be the trickiest day to get a bed. Otherwise I have to go on 5 kilometers extra after the 23 to the next town. So it's going to be an interesting day, but already some beautiful views behind me. Oh, it's very peaceful. The other hikers on the trail are all spaced out now, so there's no one else around at the moment. And I'm going to crack on.
I made it to the next town by 12 p.m. with plenty of time to spare. I had managed to keep up a good pace. By the end of this trail, I was known as the yoga teacher girl from London who walked fast, which made me laugh. I didn't mean to walk quite so fast, but when you wake up at 5 a.m. and you have 25 kilometers to walk, you feel like you just need to get to the end to chill. And when you're in a really good rhythm, it's quite hard to stop and start. Sunrise on day 3. The early mornings are always such a treat and probably the highlight of my day, grabbing a pastry and walking in silence with the views. More so this year, I have felt an incredible pull to get out into the mountains, to the sea, and to just breathe, to focus solely on my health and well-being. From here, creativity and joy can flow easier, and you can get to know what you really value and want to spend your precious time doing. This life we are granted is brief and special, and my time hiking just brings back why life is an amazing story of joy, sadness, pleasure, pain, and ultimately to know happy is to know sad. You can't have one without the other, and accepting both equally when they arise can help keep a balance.
Day 4 on the trail. Pamplona to Puerto Lorena. Slept really nice in a great hostel with free breakfast, which is amazing. And today's going to be a little tougher. Yesterday I didn't really feel like recording, just felt like being in the moment. And walking through lots of fields today. It's very peaceful, having nice chats along the way. And yeah, gonna crack on. Just found some wild grapes, so I'm just snacking on these. Day 5 on the trail. Set off at 5 a.m. Oh no, 5:30. I woke up at 5 and it's now 7 o'clock. Silence. So beautiful. Good morning. Oh, I'm just walking up a hill. Set off very early this morning at 5:30, but I woke up at 5. The sun is behind me, so I hope there's not too much of a glare. I quite enjoy setting off early because it's quieter and there's less people on the trail. Didn't have much food on me this morning, so I brought a croissant, and then luckily along the trail people have just left food for hikers to eat, which has been really nice. Like bread and olive oil and like little snacks, like pastry snacks and things. So today I set off from Ultralight and I'm going to Estrella, which is about 23 kilometers. But the municipal, or the albergue, which is what you traditionally stay in along the route, I reckon it might be full. So I may go on to the next town, which is another 4 kilometers, so 4 or 5. So I'll see how I feel. I'm about halfway to Estrella already. So Estrella, sorry, not Estrella, but like the beer. But yeah, really nice morning. I really enjoy setting off early. Just the silence and seeing the sunrise. It's amazing. So along the trail, if you can see, you see these marks, the shell, and that's when you know you're on the right trail. Sometimes it's not even there, and you can see rocks on the ground in the shape of an arrow. And you just follow that. Oh. But yeah, day 5. Amazing. So I've just come into the next town. There's a little cat. Hello. I've just come into the next town called Lorca. It's a pretty little town. Very quiet. The thing with this trail, the Camino de Santiago, is that you get a real array of landscape. So right now I'm walking past some vineyards, some grapes, and then around me there's nothing really except for a road, and behind me is the first mountain I've seen in a while. So it can be quite barren at times. Very dry, but it's still very tranquil. So ahead of me will be the next town. Can't remember the name, but I'm still on my way to Essex. Okay, so I'm about 20 minutes away from Essex. Just passed through a little town, and in a warehouse some people were just, for all the hikers, like on the Camino de Santiago, they had food and water to give away, so it's just like amazing. In fact, it's been like that all day today, which has been perfect because I haven't got much food on me. So it's about coming up to 10:30, so I set up at 5:30. 5 hours. 5 hours, yeah. It's about right. 23 kilometers. It's pretty good. Can't believe it's actually 10:30 in the morning and I'm nearly done. I might go on a bit more if they don't have space for me.
I made it to Estea by midday and the albergue wasn't even open yet. Whilst there, I made some new friends from Brazil, Italy, Sweden, who I would see again later on in the trail, and also some others I met from day one. I really enjoyed my time at this albergue as the host actually lived there, so made it more of a home. I do sometimes wonder now how the people I met are doing and how their hiking story made them grow new perspectives to play into their lives. The sense of having a huge adventure in common is a remarkable, unique characteristic of hiking the Camino de Santiago. I recommend it to anyone who is feeling a little stuck or wants some inspiration in life.